We're in the month of Elul. That excites me. That is my favorite Hebrew month. I love it because the king is in the field. He's there, he's present, he's standing beside us, he's always with us. But there's something really, really special about having the king right there in the field working with you. He's not administrating, he's with us, he's working with us. And that really, really excites me. Okay, I'm not sure how to do this. Let's see. Like that. Wow. Okay. All right, my talk today is called Hineni, when God shows up in the dust. This is an important chapter in Isaiah because God talks directly to the people. It's not Isaiah interpreting for God. It's God talking to the people. He's actually lifting his voice and telling us what he wants to say. And it's really important. He says, I am he who comforts you. And it's very, very important that in Hebrew, when something is repeated, it makes it bigger, it makes it more important, it makes it more emphasized, right? So he says, I am he who comforts you, not someone else, me. I'm in the field with you. I'm the one walking beside you. My arm is around you. So then Isaiah turns to the people and he says, listen to me, you who pursue justice. The people are in exile and they don't feel like they're being treated well. They don't feel like they deserve what's happening to them. However, Isaiah reminds them, even though it seems like God's forgotten them, he reminds them, remember Abraham and Sarah, the rock from which you were hewn. And he's calling them to remember that things that seemed impossible are not impossible with God. They were old. They were barren. They hadn't had children, and God had promised them God had promised to make Abraham the father of nations. So they thought God had waited too long. Their hope was gone. But in the fullness of time, when the time was right, the impossible happened, didn't it? It'll happen for you too. You know why? Because Hineni, God says, here I am. There's a term in Hebrew, argia, okay? And it's a term that talks about justice and righteousness. But it doesn't just mean justice and righteousness. It talks about swift justice, coming suddenly and fast, but also coming gently. When God brings his justice, it's righteous, it's quick, very fast. When it happens like that. But it doesn't overwhelm the people that it's coming to. His justice, he says, my justice will become a light to the peoples. Argia. Okay? He says, since I'm here, since I'm saying I am comforting you, and I am bringing argia, this swift justice, why are you afraid of mortal man and forgotten the Lord your maker? What can mortal man do to you? He could take your life, right? In fact, we see that every day. Exactly. But he can take your physical life, but that's where it stops. Because God is good. God is always good. So remember in Matthew when Jesus tells them, you'll hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you're not alarmed. Don't be overly anxious These must take place, but that's not the end, okay? These wars. Are we hearing of wars and rumors of wars? Yeah? Well, no, they're not rumors anymore. That's true. They're wars. We've got Israel is fighting a war on every front, and Putin is still in a war with Ukraine, and we hear rumblings everywhere. But Jesus said this would happen. He said, but don't be alarmed. Don't feel like this is the end. The world's going to blow up. It's going to melt. We're going to disappear. We're going to die. The whole world is over, because God's still in control. God is still enthroned. He's on the throne. No one has the right or the ability to do anything without God's permission. The shaking does not mean he has abandoned us. He hasn't left us. He hasn't left us. He's there. He's in the field with us. But it does mean we better wake up. We better wake up. So many are asleep. We go through life like we're sleepwalking. Wake up. Wake up. And once again, here's that double emphasis. Awake, awake. Twice the cry goes out. First to God, the people are crying, awake, God, where are you? Wake up. Put on strength. And then he turns around and says to the people, wake up. Clothe yourself with beauty. You're not abandoned. You're not left alone. You don't have to do this alone. Awake, awake. Shake off your dust. When you walk around like you're sleepwalking, you drag your feet. You ever watch a sleepwalker? They don't pick the feet up. They drag their feet. They're dragging their feet in the dust. So it's not a call to strive. God's not calling us to strive. He's calling us to respond. We weren't redeemed with money. No, nothing was paid to us for our enslavement. Nothing. We didn't earn anything, did we? We just got enslaved, okay? Yeah. But we were redeemed with mercy. Now, God came first, and now we are to arise. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to rise up? God is calling you. He's in the field. He's here. So God comes near, not in judgment, but in intimacy. Not seated way up high on his throne, but right there beside you. Right there beside you. You know, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I expect to see him sitting by my bed, looking at me with expectancy and joy, waiting for me to wake up and embrace the day. My father used to do that. And I picture, sometimes I wake up in the morning and that's the picture I have. There he is, right there beside me, right there with me. When he says, Hineni, Hineni, here I am. He says it not from far away, but from right here at eye level in the field with us. That's so exciting. Are you excited? I'm excited. I am so excited that God is in the field with us. So, what should our response be? Our response should be back to him, Hineni, here I am. Here I am. Look at all the people. Look at all the people in the Word who said that. Abraham. He called Abraham. Abraham said, Hineni, here I am. He called Jacob. He called Moses. And we remember Samuel. He was just a little guy. But he said, Hineni, here I am. And then Isaiah. Who will I send and who will go for us? Hineni, here I am. So, as God says, Hineni, I'm here to comfort you, regardless of the fact that it looks like our world is falling apart. It's not. God's in control. He's still enthroned. When he says, Hineni, I'm here to comfort you, our response, Hineni, here I am. Here I am. I trust you. I rise with you. I wait for your justice. So even when we fear or we fail, God doesn't withdraw. He doesn't abandon us. He does not leave us. He says, Hineni, I am here. He comforts us. He reigns. He redeems. So now we need to rise. Everybody rise. Stand up. Everybody stand up. And say to God, Hineni, Hineni. Shabbat Shalom.